A lot of money going on out here. It's a lot of money going on here. But then again, what can you expect out of La Jolla, San Diego, right? What's going on, guys? Right here, I'm actually chilling at the Westfield UTC Mall over there. So I thought I'd kind of like take a moment, express some thoughts right now. Go on a walk. Just trying to tell you guys what's on my mind, what's going on, what's up. You'll have to forget the weather. It's you know what I like about this place, honestly? It's actually pretty cool out here. You know, obviously because you're closer to the water, you're closer to the sea. Not like before where I live at, where I stay at, you know, it's out there in the desert. So I'm out there burning up, catching more of a tan than I really need, but that's neither here nor there. Listen, what I noticed from this place and what I noticed very quickly, and I'm just out and about going on a walk right now. You'll have to forgive the wind. If you can't hear the video, I do apologize. It is windy out here and it feels nice, so I'm not complaining at all. But this is what I wanted to talk about. Like I said a couple of times earlier, it's a lot of money out here in La Jolla. It's a lot of money out here in La Jolla, San Diego. And with that being said, y'all need to understand something. And this is a topic that's actually close to my heart. This is one that I like to speak upon quite frequently because it seems like I'm one of the very few that's aware of what it is that's going on out here. And unfortunately, most people do not share my sentiment, but I'm just going to be completely honest. You don't share the sentiment probably because you're either ignorant or unaware, or you really don't know what's going on out here. And I'm going to give you the real. I'm just going to give you the spill on what's going on out here. There's no conspiracy theories, no crazy talk, just me telling you the truth, letting you know what is actually going on out here, okay? Listen, again, there's a reason why I said there's a lot of money out here. I'm actually giving you clues. Ladies and gentlemen, we are not, and it's strange because in these political times, everybody's emotionally riled up. They're all emotionally engaged, understandably so. It's close to the presidential election, but I'm going to tell you what's actually really going on. And a lot of you are either unaware of it or you are aware of it, you're just not paying attention. This, and I cannot emphasize this enough, this is a class war. This isn't a race war. This isn't a gender war. This isn't even a political war. To some degree, that's at least the way that you think it is. This is genuinely, straight up, a class war. The realm between the have and the have-nots is truly beginning to separate itself, especially here in Cali. That is abundantly clear. And in a previous video, when I was walking into Temecula, I told you guys, and nobody watched it, but I'm not tripping on that. So to me, it's just about giving out the information, putting this out there, because a lot of people are just unaware, or they are aware, but they're just willfully ignorant. This is a class war, all right? This is a class war. Here in Cali, either you're somebody or you're nobody. And soon enough, it's gonna be like that everywhere. It's gonna be like that everywhere. So with that being said, you gotta understand something. Just because it might be like that everywhere, or just because, you know, it's a class war and it's going to be between the haves and the have-nots, the rich or the poor. There is no middle class. Don't let them fool you. Don't let these politicians fool you. Don't let these people who think that they're in the middle class fool you. I'm telling you right now, straight up, there is no middle class. There is none. You're being hoodwinked, you're being fooled, and you're just willfully delusional if you honestly think that there is such thing as a middle class. There's not. There ain't no middle class. You know what it's going to be? It's either going to be rich or it's going to be poor. It's going to be one of the two. And the way to actually engage in this warfare of powers and principalities, again, we wrestle not with flesh and blood, but with powers and principalities. To win this fight in this, how should I say it? Sorry, I lost my train of thought. To win this fight in this class warfare, what you're going to have to do, honestly, you're going to have to find a way, or find ways to elevate yourself. You can't win this war. And listen, the enemy is the powers and principalities, and that can go both ways. It can work to your benefit or it can work to your detriment. And these are the type of topics and conversations that I really like to have. I don't like to have conversations about relationships. I don't like to have conversations about who's doing what or what this celebrity is doing. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I only care about the real important stuff. And here's the real kill. Here's the real spill right now. We are in a class warfare. It's either going to be the haves or the have-nots. And the best way, the best chance you have in fighting this war is to elevate yourself. You're not going to win this war by trying to bring down people who are at the top. Instead, what you need to do is learn from those people, and then you leverage that knowledge and information to elevate yourself. Like, for example, pay attention to what I'm doing right now. In the media age, in this new age of this digital age of new money and whatnot, a lot of what people do is garner for contention like this. And this is not something that most people are doing because, again, in a previous video that I dropped, most people are just afraid. Most people are actually just afraid to just throw a video out there. They're not willing to be embarrassed. They're not willing to be humiliated. They're not willing to be made of fools. And the thing is, and guys, I want to encourage you, if you want to do something like this, or just anything, or if you just want to travel or go to that place you always wanted to go, that city, that country, or buy that thing, sometimes you just got to do it. Because once you actually do it, you get over the fear or the initial inertia of doing it previously. Again, I'm coming to you with no script. I'm on my way back to Westville UTC right now. It's gorgeous over there. It's a lot of money over there. And it's only getting better because there is construction going on over there. But I wanted to take this moment before I actually go into this restaurant called Lucrezia to see if I can get something to eat, because I didn't really eat anything all day. I worked out, I engaged my morning routine, but that's neither here nor there. That's not what I actually came to talk to you guys about. Hear the seagulls? You can tell you're close to the water when you hear the seagulls. But anyway, guys, you need to understand something. This is a class war. This is a topic that is of most interest for me personally, because I am someone who's on their way up. I'm climbing up that ladder. And this motivates me, this inspires me. The whole reason why I'm actually out here is because I want to be continuously motivated and inspired. Now, I don't rely on motivation and inspiration to get me through. That's what discipline is for. But sometimes you need to actually visibly and tangibly see what is out here in order to push you to those next levels. Sometimes you just really have to expose yourself and go to certain environments in which the people are actually doing this. And I'm just going to tell you a quick story, and this is what really hit hard for me. I remember last time when I was in the Westville UTC, I had an appointment or a reservation for this bar called Raised by Wolves. So on the bottom, there's these two restaurants. There's a new one, Lucrezia, which I'm going to check out later. And then there's another one called Javier's. Now, Javier's is like an upscale Mexican restaurant, you know, and there is a lot of exotic cars over there. Let me tell you something. And obviously, you're surrounded by the Marriotts, and there's a lot of banks out here. There's, I don't know if y'all can see it right up there, but probably not, but let me pan it out. Right now, it's kind of following my face, so you might not be able to see it, but anyway, you kind of get my point. There are high-rise apartments and everything here, right? Right here in La Jolla, San Diego. You can't work an average job and afford to live here. Hell, I would argue you can't even make $100 grand a year and afford to live here. You just can't. So instead of whining, complaining, and bitching about it, you have to find ways to elevate yourself. This is a class war. I cannot emphasize this enough. Watch all the sci-fi movies. Watch the cyberpunk ones. They're all telling you what's going to happen. There is a clear class divide. And the people on the top, the elites, they're not these evil, nefarious people. They're not. They are people of abundance, and they are willing to help you out if you are willing to put yourself out there. But most people are not willing to put themselves out there like that. And it's unfortunate because you can learn a lot from these people. You can learn how it is that they make their money, how it is that they keep their money, how it is that they actually view money. And money is an important topic. Let's be clear. Do not be afraid to talk about money, and do not feel like you have to be embarrassed to talk about money. If you have that, you probably don't talk about it at the dinner table with your family. You probably don't talk about that with your friends because your friends probably don't know shit about money other than making it and spending it. But listen, these people, and I'm going to tell you something because I've talked to a few of these people. These people all, and I've studied these people too, across the board. I can tell you one thing. They all emphasize the importance of making the sacrifice, not upgrading your lifestyle, and purchasing assets. They are really big and heavy on their asset acquisition, whether that be real estate, whether it be stocks, whether that be bonds, whatever that may be. But they're really, really, really big on acquiring assets. And a lot of people don't see the play because they don't see the results up front. And what you don't realize is this is something you're not really going to be able to take advantage of until you continue to acquire these things and compound it. Just like anything else in life, whether it be fitness, whether it be your profession or your craft, it takes time. It takes time for it to roll over and compound. They all emphasize the importance of acquiring assets. So it's unfortunate because when you try to talk to these people about acquiring these assets, they don't get it. They don't understand the play. They don't get it. And it's unfortunate because they're going to be stuck right where they are. And a lot of them, and this is where the real unfortunate comes, they could be software developers, they could be in tech, they could be higher up executives, they could be nurses. It don't matter. They make all the money, but they don't know how to allocate their money accordingly based on percentages to get what it is that they want. And it's unfortunate because I know a lot of people making a lot of money, but the problem is they don't know how to appropriately allocate those finances, and they have to do it by percentages rather than by set numbers. I just gave you guys a little bit of game right there for the few that actually watch this video. 2 pieces of game that I just gave to you. People who are financially illiterate, they acquire assets, they put the assets as the #1 priority, and then 2, they allocate their funds based on percentages rather than a set number. And rather than they can just dollar cost average it, whether they just save it up temporarily to put it into whatever. The thing is, money has to keep moving. And the more you are educated on how money works and how money is moved, the better off you're going to be in this class warfare. Because I'm telling you, if you're one of these people, and this is real spill right now, if you're one of these people who emphasize, hey, look, this isn't fair. It's not fair what it is that they're doing. It's not fair how it is that they're going about doing things. It's not fair. We got to bring these people down. We got to make these people pay more taxes. And I'm telling you right now, it's not the way to go. That is not the way to go. You cannot just continuously tax these people to death and then just expect to elevate yourself as a result of it, because you're still bringing you with you, and your character is not appropriately aligned to what it is that needs to be in order to continue to elevate yourself towards success. It is what it is, and these are things I'm still learning. I'm not all the way there yet, but I'm definitely on my way. Just climbed back up there, just got off the streets. I'm out here in Westville, UCC, but anyway, those were just some thoughts that I wanted to share with you guys. Listen, at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, we are in a class warfare. That's it. And the people who are unaware of it, it's kind of like being in the Matrix. You're completely unaware of what the fuck is going on, and you're going to be left behind. You're going to be so dependent. It's like what Morpheus said. You're going to be so dependent on the system that you're going to do everything in your power to fight against anything that's outside the system or anything that's a threat to the system, because best believe they want you in the system. And the only way that you're going to get into the system, hold on. You got a koi pond right over there. Sorry, that's a koi pond right there. I'm actually in the shopping center right now, so I'm gonna go back downstairs and get something to eat. But those are just thoughts that I wanted to share with you guys. Listen, again, you can't let fear stop you from doing whatever it is that you gotta do, especially when you're in the middle of a class warfare. I'm gonna have to catch you guys on the next one. Deuces.